Alright, we're looking for something in particular today. I wonder, is it that? No. Yes. Okay. Alright, so this little endeavor here that I've been showing you, it doesn't have much to look at. It's just a regular, cheap Chinese Briggs and Stratton type deal. Sorry I don't have a mic right now, I lost it. So I gotta find that. So basically, my grandmother had a push mower of her own at one point, and my stepdad was being very generous and very nice, and ended up letting his buddy borrow it, and then it was already having issues with rot because it was a steel deck, and his buddy had it, and it just completely rotted out, and then I was like, well, okay, even though it rotted out, just bring it back, because we can use the motor off of it, and, we'll just swap it onto another deck, and we'll call it good. Well, couldn't totally do that because the mower's gone and we don't know where it went. Probably some scrapper or some crackhead or some shit like that took it. So I have a motor that is identical to the one that was on hers, and it should fit on here. Consider I don't think the self-propelled will work, but considering that the motor that was on the Murray deck here that has the motor that we're going to be swapping over. Okay, so considering this motor here originally came on that deck originally, they should swap over. The motor that's on there is going to go on this one, and vice versa. Little purple paint job, and we'll move on to that will be it. So I'm going to try to time lapse a lot of this. Painting and all that other stuff should be fairly simple. Should be a very straightforward endeavor. And yeah, stay tuned, and we'll try to pimp my mower. So yeah. All right, so we got her stripped down. I'm liking how it's coming out. It's coming good. I think this works. Does this work? Yeah, that works. Sweet. So that works. Maybe find a bagger for this thing. Part number's still on it. That's beautiful. We're gonna have to maybe put a little glue there. Make sure that stays on. Clean this thing off and paint. That's awesome. I don't know if this plastic piece can come off. It looks like it can. So we're gonna try to throw this plastic piece off. See what's under here. This doesn't have a self-propelled. I don't think the shafts are the same. I can monkey with that, see if we can make it self-propelled. That would be awesome. This should fit right onto here. I wonder if before I paint it, I should get everything test fitted. And then once it's all test fitted in, we can just go ahead and go whoosh, 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 and it's done. And yeah, that means I should probably find all the bolts and screws, because if I can make the self-propelled, that'll be great. So let's all right, so I got this cover off. If you're trying to get these cover off, dude, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's probably like 12 bolts, because I'm missing a few, but this is just a bunch of them just to get this cover off. I ended up, the whole axle is basically out of it, so that's going to be fun putting this cover back on. But I took it off so that way when I paint it, it won't be that big of a deal, which is fine. I could take this whole assembly off and re-put it back on and just legit paint the whole deck. I don't know. I scraped off a lot of stuff with my scraper here. Come back out here maybe tomorrow because it's pretty late. Get the vacuum cleaner, vacuum all this grass up, vacuum all this up. Maybe not that because that might clog some stuff. I might come back out here before I go to bed though and drench it and rub in some Dawn dish soap, get some of this grease off. And then we will take some 400 grit sandpaper, sand it down real good. And then it's pretty much time for paint. I'm not, maybe put a little primer on it, paint primer. And she'll be ready to go. Underneath also has to get scraped out. But I'll probably maybe do that real quick here in a minute. Scrape the bottom out. I don't know how long that will take. And I gotta be careful with this axle because I don't want this thing to fall out. Don't fall out. Don't. Yeah, it fell out. Okay, so that's fine. Just, you guys know how to do this stuff. Just scrape away your paint. But it's stuck for it being steel. Whoever had this kept it in good shape. They didn't leave it outside. This is normal. This rust, this is all surface bullshit. I could take this out because there's bolts right here to do that. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta even see if this thing, you know what I mean? Before I paint it, I should mock everything up, But yeah, we're getting it. Right, so you're probably wondering, wait a minute, why don't you just use this mower? It's already put together. It's all there. I have a different plan for this deck, something different, and I want to do what I want to do with this deck, and it's just different plans, different projects, something cool I have thought of and I've always wanted to do, and I've always wanted to do it with a deck like this or like a Toro Time Master. So I figured we'll just swap it over. It should be pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Should not be an issue. And it's not. It's the same setup. Like I said though, dude, it's set up differently. I'm seeing that this guy might have drilled out some holes. So hopefully I won't have to do that. If I do, I have a plan. Because if I do have to drill out these holes, I could technically put that mower deck upside down on top of this mower deck and re-drill out the holes. So it's doable. It's just maybe not as I thought doable as I thought it was. But whoever had this mower deck also kept it in really good shape. I'm really, really happy with this. Alright. Let's see what we can get done. I'm monkeying with this thing for a good 20 minutes to half an hour. I cannot get these bolts to come out for this motor. Not quite sure why. It's not the original motor that's supposed to be on the deck, so whoever put this on here, I don't know if they just jammed those nuts in and they're just stuck in there. But I keep just rounding these off. It is the right size. I've been using 13 mil or 12. They're both doing the same exact thing. So it sucks, but I might have to see if I can get help from a neighbor or something like that. Because my impact isn't even doing it either. You're like, oh, put an impact on it. No, that ain't doing it. This is my impact, and that ain't doing it. So I don't know. I need a bigger impact. But they should not be this tight. It should not be this hard to do. I've even been using a breaker bar and another breaker bar inside of a breaker bar, and it's still not working. So I even tipped the motor on its side, which I don't usually like to have it like this. This isn't how I usually do it. There's no gas in it, but there's still oil in it, and I don't usually like to have it tipped over on the side like this. So it's kind of an L for tonight, unfortunately. If you have any suggestions, maybe next time, let me know. But I'm going to have to see if my neighbor's got a bigger impact and see if that will work. If that doesn't work, then this project's kind of a bust. And then we'll have to maybe just do what I wanted to do with that mower. I put the mower that I wanted to put on that, and then I guess just have this the way it is and just try to paint it with the motor on it. And it's just more of a pain in the ass, but alright, we'll see what happens. Yucky. So a quick update. I got 2 new mowers. So the whole goal for this was to get my grandmother a new push mower. I think I achieved that. Not with this one. This is a soon-to-come situation on my other YouTube channel, Small Engine Ronin. Go check it out. little push mower restoration stuff going on here, part of a idea or collection I have. As you know, we had this thing here that we were working on with this engine. The whole reason I did this, I bought this I bought this mower, which was the main reason I bought it. But then I got this mower with it. I paid $50 for both. This one runs. It doesn't run great, but it runs. And it's easy to pull, and it has self-propelled, and it's in really good shape. And I have the twin of this mower right frickin' here, as well as the motor that came on it with a carburetor, a flywheel, all the parts I'm going to need. So why would I go and try to manangle this engine onto this when I have that right here for her? So we're just going to do that. I still might add a little detail to it. I was going to do this nice and pretty and make it purple and do whatever. I might add a little bit of a touch to it at some point. Maybe I'll post it on my short or my reel here, but I'm going to give it a complete tune-up for her and get it all ready and going for her for this coming summer. She don't really mow that much. I end up mowing most of the time with my lawn boy or with this other project I'm working on, the Tecumseh project. Now a Toro Suzuki. So it's the fact that she lost a lawnmower from us. We made a mistake. We got her a new one. We replaced it. She has it. And I didn't make the mistake, but mistakes were made. And out of being, so basically, not to get too into it, we were helping a friend out. We let him borrow it. Yeah, but he's a longtime friend, good friend, and he took it. He didn't take care of it. It rotted out. And when we went and get it back, the deck was basically junk. I mean, the front half of it was off the front of it. So it just was garbage. We were going to save the motor. We were going to come back for it. He was in the city. It got stolen. Whatever. So it is what it is. No good deed goes unpunished, but we got a new one. So that's going to end this video. I hope it wasn't totally a waste of time for you guys, I guess. But I try to get content out here, whatever I can do. Plans for this, and maybe I'll make a video on it, is just a quick tune-up, new plug, some seafoam because it's running a little funny. It's having a hard time starting without starting fluid, which I'm worried that's a problem. Because this is something that happens with these mowers. So, and when that happens, it usually needs a new carburetor, like a brand new one. So, and those are not cheap, like $110 carburetor. So we're going to just throw the basics at it and then get more complicated from there. So thanks, guys. I even have cables for this. I cut the one, damn it. But I have a self-propelled cable, so that's all right. Cable, transmission, I can pull this transmission off now, store it away for her for later. That's what I mean, I got total parts here, so, and she does break them, so, and then even if that motor does go, I'll save this one that we took off, because I did bust 2 bolts under it. We got to get those out. I'm still going to do that, but we'll save this for her as well, so she'll probably be good for a lawnmower for the rest of her life. So, yeah.